Trucking Millennial here, and today we'll be talking about what it was like going to CDL school. And before we start this video, as usual, I'll be giving out a $100 Visa gift card to one person that likes, subscribes, and comments on this video. Now, let's begin. So, CDL school, there's not going to be much of a structure to this video. I'm just going to talk about CDL school in general. Now, my personal CDL school was a month long, and there's a couple things that you focus on. Shifting, driving for the first time, I guess. Backing probably was one of the main things. Am I missing anything? Oh, pre-trip and post-trip, essentially. So a typical day at my CDL school would consist of, we get there about 7 or 8 in the morning. We'd go outside and we'd start reviewing pre-trip. There's pre-trip part A, part B, part C, and then D would be the entire truck. This is probably one of the more important things because there's a lot of things you have to memorize. And I mean, it's one of the first things here where I'm from, Oklahoma, that you have to pass before you can move on to the test. Then we would go and learn kind of how to drive, how to shift. I didn't know how to shift the truck or anything at first, so it was definitely a struggle. And then we would go into like an empty parking lot and start learning how to back. As far as my experience for CDL school, it was honestly not that great. So I had, 3 people in my class. But during the time that I was in the school, we had a lot of snow and whatnot here. So classes kept getting canceled. So more people would get filed in. So what ended up happening was you would have to take turns with honestly 9 or 10 people just to get a turn. So as far as readiness, honestly, I didn't think I was ready to take the test. And actually, one of the instructors even said, our goal here is not to teach you how to drive. It's to teach you how to pass the test. Everything else you'll learn in the field. And I mean, that couldn't be more true. Everything as far as I did learn how to shift, but not well. Definitely grinding gears. But as far as backing, they had a specific way they taught you how to back, which really wasn't realistic or applicable to actual real life. So, I mean, like I said, reference back was they did just enough to teach you how to drive. Now, going into the actual test, was I confident? No, I was scared because I sucked at backing, but I literally followed step by step every little instruction that they gave us, which there was a method that they used at the school to pass you. And so I did that, and I ended up passing for the first on the first try, which honestly, like I said, the day before the test, I was literally scared because I didn't think I was going to pass the test at all. And there was actually a kid in my class that it took him 8 times to pass the test, which he's cool, and I still talk to him to this day. But the school, which I think I ended up getting in for free because I'm Native American and they paid for free. They paid for me to go, but he paid $5,000 or $6,000, and they got mad at him for not passing every single time, and obviously it cost them more and more. So he got, I guess, complained at, nagged at, I guess you'd say, because he kept failing. But eventually he ended up passing, and he's actually driving now. I still talk to him to this day. But if you don't pass, expect your school to be frustrated. They have, I guess, standards, or when they're bragging to other people to get them to sign up, they want to be like, everybody's passed that, has came through here, which for some people it just may not happen because just a 1 month to learn how to drive and pass that test just isn't enough. So, in conclusion, my overall experience at CDL school was just not great at all. You go to CDL school just to learn how to pass the test and not how to drive. So don't expect to know how to drive. I mean, unless you've driven, stuff with trailers on it beforehand. Don't expect to go to CDL school and know just everything you need to know about driving, and that's my experience. But I'm curious, what's y'all's experience with CDL school? Did it go well? Did it go bad? Did you feel like you were completely ready to be a driver for the rest of your life? Because 90% of people quit in the first year because it's not what they expected, or maybe they're not trained enough. So I want to know y'all's experience. Leave in the comments, and as usual, I will be giving out this $100 Visa gift card to one person that likes, subscribes, and comments on this video. As for now,